How did you guys meet?
It is so funny, man. So I used to do YouTube as well, right? Prank videos.
Yeah.
Gold digger pranks, all that fun stuff. He used to do fitness videos. So what happened was we had a mutual friend. He does like interviews. He interviewed me, interviewed him. He said, yo, you guys are in the same area. You should link up. I was kind of like, man, you know what? Let's give it a try. So he sent me a DM. We spoke for like an hour on the phone. Went to dinner with my roommate. We talked a little bit. Let's do a podcast.
Well, I was like, oh, you're a womanizer, me too? Oh yeah, okay, cool. That's how we bonded. When you date in Miami, it's a very competitive marketplace, right?
Yeah.
When you're dealing with girls, because you're dealing with very attractive girls, but everyone and their mom has a house, or you know, any celeb athlete, whatever, they have a second home, second penthouse, whatever in Miami. So it's very competitive. So any guy that's like good with the ladies to a degree, right? Especially in Miami, you start to tell and you recognize that, okay, you do what girls do. Okay, I see you. And then we started said, yo, we should help guys with this, because a lot of guys were having problems with this.
And you know what's funny? Our approach is so different because, for example, for me, I do online dating for Instagram. He does cold approach, which means for a person, you talk to them one-on-one in person. Yeah. So it's different how we talk to girls, but we get the same results.
So you do online dating and you do in-person dating.
I was doing more in-person stuff. When we met, I was real big on approaching girls and, in real life and, making a strong masculine approach, not being a weirdo about it, not being creepy. Yeah. If she says, oh, I have a boyfriend, okay, cool, no problem, walk away, talk to another girl. I'm real big on because there's certain things you just simply can't convey online, but we're big on everything. We tell guys, you need to have an online presence. You need to be able to approach her in person. You need to be socially tact. You can't be a weirdo. You have to smell good. You have to dress good. And then we started to realize as we were doing our podcast that guys were having issues with girls, but the issues weren't stemming from necessarily from a game perspective. It was you're a bum, you stink, oh, you're fat, etc. Things that guys need to have in place, right, to become more attractive. And I always tell guys, you don't become attractive for the girls. You become attractive, and the byproduct is the girls.
Question: are you in a relationship?
Right now, as a man of God, we have my options, but maybe one day,
So no. Are you in a relationship?
I have a couple girlfriends.
Are you in a relationship?
Yeah, a few girlfriends, yeah.
Is it serious?
Just not monogamous.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah,
are you in a relationship?
No.
Are you?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
How was your childhood?
I grew up in a Muslim household.
Okay.
My parents are still together, doing great. My mom always followed my dad. My dad was a strong leader. My family's from Sudan originally.
Yeah.
So, and I was born in the United States. They came in the 80s, but it was good, man. I mean, we didn't grow up rich or anything.
Yeah.
We grew up fairly poor, but good parents.
And honestly, though, I'm telling you guys, I completely get your view, but I want to just for the sake of this podcast, go completely against it.
Sure.
You had a healthy family. Did your dad ever cheat on your mom?
No. Well, to my knowledge, I don't know.
Yeah. So it was a healthy family. So I asked this
so.
question as in look, you had a healthy relationship. I'm sure your mom was very loyal to your dad. As in, obviously you saw that as something nice, but why are you now against that?
Against monogamy?
Yeah.
Well, my dad kind of had to be monogamous out of necessity because he wasn't rich, right?
I don't think so. I think you still can mess around if you're not rich.
Well, I mean, because my parents are way more religious than me. I'm not religious.
Yeah.
So my dad is he knows if you're going to have a second wife, you need to be able to give her the same resource, same lifestyle as the first one.
No, but okay, that's if you're going to have a second wife.
Yeah.
Cheating is different.
Oh, but I'm saying I don't believe in being monogamous. I'm open about it, though. I don't lie to girls.
You tell your girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't lie about it. Yeah, no.
I think times have kind of changed in a way.
Definitely. I generally agree.
So back when his parents were definitely in that time of their era, it was more you know what? Family together. Nowadays it's more okay, what do you do for me? What's this giving me? What's it taking from me? It's kind of different. And
we're big on transparency with it. So I tell guys you should be honest to say you don't want to be monogamous, because let's be honest here, most guys don't. Most guys are monogamous out of necessity because they don't have the value or maybe the game or the articulation or whatever to be able to have multiple girls or the charisma or charm. But I tell guys, if you want multiple girls, you should be honest about it so she can go ahead and make a decision.
Choice, yeah.
That's what I'd say. But I also say, don't you think? Now I'll get onto because you said you're not religious. You're, I guess, atheist.
No.
You mean you're not very?
I'm a crappy Muslim, but I'm working on it. I'm gonna get better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Haram.
Yeah. But as in Jew. Okay, we'll get onto that. Right now, your parents see what you're doing. They don't have any comments based on your work?
No, they definitely do. They just want me to, find a D and find God. They definitely say that all the time. And they keep pressuring me to get a wife. And they're like, listen, if you want multiple wives, we can do that too. And I was like, hey guys, just relax. You know what I mean?
But look, you guys are all about self-improvement, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think it's a waste of time what you're doing?
As far as, in what regard?
Just multiple girlfriends?
So I'll give you this, right? Time-wise and value-wise, is it worth it? Not really. However, you need the experience. Because, for example, let's say you get married early on, right? You're going to wonder to yourself, damn, why not her? Why not her? You're going to wonder in your mind. Versus if I do all this stuff now, It's out of my head. I can move forward with a clear mind.
But I always say this also. Okay, I get that point of view, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. But also I tell myself the longer you do that, you're just kind of like postponing the time that you find that one great person. And maybe by then all the great girls are gone.
But how do you choose her if you don't know what's good or not?
But
as in, like, let's say now, when you're dating multiple, trust me, the multiple that you're getting that are accepting it, they're not the good ones anyways. Because the ones that are accepting your terms are useless girls. Let's be honest. No great woman is going to come and accept your terms. So you're basically picking multiple useless women and telling them, hey, I'm going to have multiple relationships. And they're all saying, fine, great, I'm useless. You kind of have some money. Fine, why not?
It's based on value, though.
Yeah, because you're picking very low value women. Trust me, if you go to like a very high value businesswoman that's going to be committed to you, she was like, all right, peace out. I make good money. Peace out. I don't want your nonsense.
No, that's incorrect. And I'll tell you why. So the reason why for men, right?
No, honestly, I don't think it's incorrect. But generally, like, look.
Here's the thing. As a man, right? You are in charge of who you bring into your life and who you don't bring into your life. Yeah. And the thing is that most women left unchecked can be a liability and really destroy you. I'm talking about here in the West now, in the United States. Here, there's a strong family unit here in Dubai, the Middle East in general, very strong family unit. You can be pretty rest assured that if you meet a woman here, she's going to have good values. The United States is not like that.
But I think you still can find that.
I get it. Just because you can doesn't mean it's going to be easy. And here's the other thing too.
But why should it be easy?
Yeah, nothing
like you guys are
easy.
Because most women don't come from a two-parent household where there's a strong father figure. So what I'm saying is this.
It's hard. I don't want to find it.
No. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that you need to go out there, deal with multiple girls, figure out what girls are useful, which girls are useless. And you're only going to be able to do that by getting experience and dealing with a lot of girls. However, let's say you haven't had that much experience with women. You're not that good with them. You find a girl, she's attractive, and it's like, oh my God, she gave me a blowjob. I'm going to commit to her.
I get
and you picked the wrong girl.
No, but I get it as in, like, I get what you guys are saying.
But experience with the bad ones isn't really experience.
No, it's fine. I get that point of experience. But let's say you guys now, as in you feel like, hey, I'm a high value man and I'm experienced enough. Because I'm guessing you think you've had enough experience. Why are you not now trying to say, you know what? Guys, actually, preach your message. Guys, go out there, try, have multiple girlfriends. But eventually, down the line, you're going to have to find that one person that you want to commit with and have a great relationship. Like, I'd like if the narrative changed. Like, I get the experiment, try. You're never going to find out. But as in now that if you really believe you're high value, now say, listen, guys, after all of that, the end goal is this. But I feel like you don't have an end goal.
But ultimately, does that feeling ever go away? For example, you're single, right? Why are you single?
Because right now, to be honest, I'm very focused on my work. As in, like,
there's no rush, right? There's no rush.
There's no rush for me. And also, to be honest, I want to literally, like, if I do commit, I just want to commit, have a family. That's my end goal. I don't want to date just to date. I've had previous experiences. I've dated, great, it's been fun. But right now, my end goal is work, have a family.
But like you said earlier, there's no rush. So for us, there's no rush either. However, at the same time,
but as in, like, I'm not gonna block that blessing. Like, if let's say right now I'm single, and if that one great girl does come, great, I'm not blocking it. But if I have 4 or 5 girlfriends, trust me, girls are gonna see like, all right, you know what, this guy's just a random player.
See, my thing is, I want guys to be able to choose when. And the thing is that when you learn this skill set, you're able to assess when a girl is useful versus being useless. You're able to quickly get rid of those girls that aren't helpful to your life. My thing is, you're only going to be able to do that when you deal with a lot of girls. So you know, okay, this one's a good one.
But how
this
much
one's
is
a bad
a lot? Like, okay, at what number of girls are you going to realize that?
Well, here's the beauty with that.
That's a good point.
Here's the thing. We teach guys the skill set, and then they can pick after.
When they want
but my thing is, I want guys to pick the girls versus them getting picked.
Okay, now.
Most guys get picked by girls versus them picking the girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say they pick the girls, like they pick it 100 times. At what point do they stop and say, hey, you know what? I'm picking the wrong type of girls.
Ultimately, it's up to that person. We're just saying, here's the tools laid out for you.
We give them the tools.
You decide what you want to do as a man. Remember, it's your life.
But it becomes an addiction problem. And also it affects a potential good relationship, because then the guy starts comparing those girls to this girl, and they're going to be like, you know what? She's not as fun. The other girls they were more entertaining, and it does play mind games. It's sort of like, okay, I'm curious, like let's say people are curious about certain drugs and stuff, but I gotta try it, but it can eventually lead to a whole downfall in life. So you really sometimes you don't really need to experience everything in life, you know what I mean? Because it has bad side effects long term, in my opinion.
Well, I understand that, but promiscuity doesn't have the same negative effects on men as it does women. And the thing is that with men, right, in today's day and age, right, in the Instagram era and the social media era, and the era where girls nowadays are more promiscuous than ever before. Again, I'm talking about the West.
Yeah, Western world.
You need to be able to assess and determine which girls are worthy of a relationship and which ones aren't. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is through experience. Now, with that said, if you do find a girl that's, great, etc., you're able to go ahead. This is going to be my main girl. And then if I'm going to have other girls on the side, that's fine. But when you have a main chick, it's not the same as, girls that you're just having fun with. But again, that's why we teach guys the skill set so that they can pick if they want to be a monogamous or not. But the problem is this. Most men are monogamous out of necessity, not because they want to be. I want guys to be, you want to be monogamous? I want it to be a conscious choice that you choose, not that the girl chooses. The problem is that most guys are like, my ball and chain, oh, happy wife, happy life. And the girl runs the relationship and they're just doing everything they can to keep her. And that's where I have issues. You need to be the leader. You need to be the dominant. If you want to have her as your main girl, that's cool. But at any point, she up whatever, you go get another girl. And I think that genuinely think that's when women behave the best is when you have other women in line, they get in line.